Welcome back. I'm happy you joined me today. Today's sequence is great for runners. Lots of hamstrings, lots of hips. Be sure to have 2 blocks handy and a strap. And when you're ready, go ahead and take a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. Let the shoulder blades draw into the back. And then closing your eyes. Just taking a couple moments, bring yourself into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Taking in the surroundings, noticing the sounds and smells around you. Just bring yourself more into the present with every passing breath. Check in here, scan over the body. Notice any areas of tightness or concern, especially in the hips and hamstrings, as you know we're going to focus on those today. Then check in mentally, acknowledge what type of day it's been, and then try to let that go. Let yourself focus on your breath and your movements only while you're here on your mat. Start to deepen and lengthen your breath, engaging that Ujjayi pranayama when you're ready. Sitting here a few more moments, letting yourself just be on your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment here. Your choice if you'd like to do an om or if you'd like to just sigh out your mouth. Take a deep inhale. Letting those eyes blink open. Let your hands come back down to the thighs. And then go ahead and roll over hands and knees. Remove any padding. Have those blocks at the top of your mat. And then coming into tabletop for a moment, pausing here. And then tuck the toes. Straighten those legs, come into plank. Nice high plank. Press into the hands. Drop up through the shoulder blades. And then on your next exhale, press it back downward facing dog. Take a couple moments here, pedal out through the feet, shifting the hips a little, checking in. Keep pressing firmly into those hands, drawing the shoulders back and away from the ears. Exhale fully here. Inhale, takes that right leg, lift it to the sky. Exhale, bend the heel to the bum, open the hip to the right. Inhale, lengthens the leg back up. And then as you exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Helping if it gets stuck, and then let that back knee come down. Inhale, takes those arms up. And exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, right arm comes down by the side. And then exhale, lean toward the right with those left fingers. Inhale, draws those hands back up. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down to the blocker floor. Take an inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, circle that hand, top hand to the floor. Inhale, steps you back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here, take an inhale. And exhale. Inhale, takes the left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum as that left knee lifts high. Inhale, lengthens you back up. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Nice low lunge as you drop the back knee. Inhale, takes those arms up. And exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, left arm comes down by the side. And exhale, lean toward the left. Inhale, takes the arms up. Exhale, right hand to the blocker floor. Take an inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Stay here to exhale. Big inhale opens you up. And exhale, circle the hand to the floor. Inhale, straightens the back leg. Exhale, steps you back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, that right leg lifts to the sky again. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum. Inhale, lengthens the leg back up. Exhale, draw knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Nice little lunge, back knee comes to the ground. Using the blocks if you need to press down, roll the shoulder blades back, uncurl the back toe. Hips drop forward, shoulders roll back, pull up through that lower belly. So really getting into the left hip there. Full breath. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, tuck the back toe under. Exhale, straighten the back leg. Stack front knee over ankle. Shoulders roll back. Pull up through the lower belly. Hands can stay on blocks. Maybe they go to the knee as you start to roll the shoulders back. Or maybe arms reach up. Now you might have a tendency to pitch forward. See if you can draw those lower belly in, lower ribs in. Bend the back knee if you need to so you're really getting into that left hip. Shoulders draw down the back. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. And as you exhale, take that back foot, step it in slightly. Back heel comes down, front toes point toward the front of your mat. Warrior one. Pull up through that lower belly, drop the tailbone, and then when you're ready, reaching those arms up. Really squaring the shoulders. Press firmly into both balls of the feet. Full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, open up front to back, warrior two. Adjust the back foot so the foot turns out to the side. Heel in the front comes to the back arch of the back foot. And then open the chest. Press down through those feet. And then direct that right knee toward the right pinky toe. Lower belly draws in. Gaze is nice and steady over the front fingers. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, straightens that front leg. As you exhale, reach the right arm as far as you can forward, and then hand comes down to the shin blocker floor. I like to place the block behind my shin, and then I open the chest. Draw that right hip under, lengthen through the right sideways as you draw that lower belly in, dropping the left hip back toward the left heel. Shoulders on the back. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, gaze looks down. Exhale, bending back into that knee. And then taking the elbow to thigh, maybe the hand to the floor or the block on the inside. Take a big inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, take that top arm, reach it overhead. Press that left hip slightly forward. Draw the right hip under. Press into both feet. Use the inner thighs. Lift the hips slightly. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, top hand circles all the way down. Square the hips to the front. Take an inhale here. And exhale, step it back. Downward facing dog. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, takes the left leg, reach it to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the heel to the bum, open the hip. Inhale, lengthens you back up. Exhale, draws knee to nose, stepping that foot forward. Nice little lunge, dropping the back knee. Maybe having those blocks handy, roll the shoulders back, uncurl the back toe. So hips drop forward, shoulders roll back. Getting into that right side. Press down into the hands. Lower belly's engaged. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Tuck the back toe under. And exhale, straighten the back leg. Draw that left knee right over the left ankle. Shoulders roll back. Find your balance here. Maybe stay here. Hands to knee. Pull up through the lower belly. Maybe arms reach to the ceiling. You may need to bend into that back knee so that you're really lifting up, keeping the hips stacked over that back knee or shoulders over hips. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, hands to hips. Straighten that back leg. Press the heel down and then bending into the front knee. Again, taking those hip bones, pressing them to the front of the room. Pull the lower ribs in. And then if you're ready, arms come up to the ceiling. Warrior one. Press in firmly into that front foot. Squaring the shoulders. Feeling that stretch in the back right hip. Keep pulling up through the lower belly as that tailbone drops to the floor. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, open it up front to back. Adjust the back foot, heel to arch alignment. And then open the chest. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Drop the tailbone. And then bending that left knee toward the left pinky toe. Gaze looks out over the front fingers. Find a little bit more weight into that back leg. And then press firmly into both feet. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, straightens the front leg. Exhale, takes that front arm, reaches it forward to the front of the mat, and then hand comes down to the shin blocker floor. Behind the calf, take a big inhale, open the chest. Exhale, lengthen that left side waist as that right hip slightly draws forward. Left hip draws under. Drop the tailbone to the back heel. Maybe gaze goes up to that top hand that's right above your eyes. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bending into that left knee. Either elbow to knee, hand to the block or the floor on the inside. Press the elbow into knee, knee into elbow. Roll the shoulder blades onto the back. And then exhale, take that top arm, reach it overhead. Drawing the left hip under. Back leg strong and straight. Reach through those fingers as you roll the shoulders back. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, gaze goes down. As you inhale, circle that top hand to the floor as you square the hips. Pause here for an inhale. And then as you exhale, plant the hands. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Full 5 breaths here. Inner thighs spiral back. Press in with those hands. Each knuckle pressing the same. Shoulder blades drawing onto the back as shoulders roll away from the ears. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, shifts the weight forward to plank. Exhale, brings those knees right underneath the hips. Toes are tucked. As you inhale, let the belly drop. Shoulders roll back. Exhale, press and round. Drop the tailbone. Again, inhale. Roll the shoulders back into cow. And as you exhale, press and round into cat. One more time here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come to flat back. And as you exhale, take that right foot, step it forward. Go ahead and take the left knee, drop it back just slightly, using the blocks if you need to. Shift yourself back and press that right leg nice and straight. So making sure your hip and knee are stacked over one another and straightening that front leg as much as possible, using the blocks where you need so that you can have a nice flat back. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward, and then fold over that front leg. Full breath, shoulders draw onto the back, toes draw back. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend into that front knee, plant the foot. Exhale, straighten both legs. So the back heel is going to be off the ground. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward, and fold over that front leg. Back leg, inner thighs spiraling back, scissoring those inner thighs toward one another. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend into the front knee. As you exhale, push off the back foot to step it forward. And then inhale, steps that right foot back. Exhale, right knee to the ground. Straightening that front leg, nice and long. Square the hips to the front, left hip draws back, toes draw back, and exhale, fold over that front straight leg. Checking to see that your right hip's over your left knee. Full breath. You can always use a little padding under this back knee if it tends to bother you. A little towel, maybe a pillow. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, bend into the front foot. Press that foot into the ground, straighten the back leg, and then square those hips. So if you find this a little too intense, you can bring those blocks up, square the hips back, heels up, scissoring those legs together. Breathing here. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, bend the back knee to the ground. Take that front foot, step it back. Remove the blocks, and then come to a seated position. Having your strap handy if you need it. And then having a bolster handy depending on how you're feeling for your low back. And from here, you're going to take those legs, straighten them out. Sit up nice and tall on the sit bones, and then bend the knees. Bring those big toes to touch, squeeze the knees in, take a big inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, press the chest forward. Hands come alongside the arm, or the legs. Arms come alongside the legs. Shoulders draw back. And just breathe here. Just notice how the low back feels. And as you feel more comfortable, maybe straighten the leg for a breath. And then straighten the other leg. Bending both. And then maybe slowly straightening both. Shoulders draw onto the back. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, come back to center. Make those legs nice and wide. I'm just going to turn toward you, giving you more space. Make those legs as wide as you can comfortably. And then again, if your hips kind of pitch backwards and you're rounding the upper back, take a block, a bolster, maybe a little folded blanket. Place it underneath your hips so that your sit bones are right off the edge of that. And then flex the feet. Hands back behind you and just pause here. Again, if you're really tight in the hips and the low back, bend the knees to start and just pause here, getting into the hips and hamstrings. Over time, straightening those legs. Over time, pressing the chest forward. Full breaths here. Lifting up through the belly, sending those sit bones back. Your hips draw forward as those thighs roll back. Breathing. Keep the legs nice and active, toes pulled back. And eventually, over time, hands coming forward. If you start to notice you round into the lower back, just bring your chest up. Maybe hands stay back. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, walk the hands back to center. Drawing the knees up, bringing one leg in at a time, coming into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come together. Again, sitting up on this sit bones, using the mat or blanket if you need. Take an inhale, shoulders draw back. And then exhale, press the chest forward. Elbows press into the thighs. As you keep pressing the soles of your feet together, really press them together. Breathing. Using your outer hips to imagine those knees dropping down on either side of the mat. Full breaths. Flat back. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly coming up. And exhale, back to center. Go ahead and help those knees up. Roll yourself forward onto your knees. And see how this feels if you can sit. A lot of times we get really tight in the soles of our feet and our heels and our ankles. We're going to do 2 stretches here. If this is too much for you, go ahead and sit yourself up on a block. So your block's going to come just like so. So you have a little less pressure in the knees. If it's way too much, just go ahead and sit cross-legged. So from here, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, fully pull in through that lower belly. And then inhale, brings the arms out. Exhale, take the right arm over the left. Bring the backs of the palms together. Inhale, press and lift those elbows up. As you exhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Backs of the palms touch. If you have the flexibility, palms and fingers touch. Reach up one more time. Big inhale. As you exhale, rotate that right shoulder forward. Pause here for an inhale. And exhale back to center. Inhale, unwind, reach it up. And then as you exhale, bring the hands forward. Wiggle those toes out. And then from here, you're going to do a little bit different. You're going to take your toes, tuck them under. This, again, might be a little intense for your toes or the soles of your feet, but it's a good stretch for runners. Sit up nice and tall. Use the block if you need. And then inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, left elbow over the right. Bend the elbows, backs of hands touch. Take an inhale, lift through the elbows. And then exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Eagle arms here. Maybe palms and fingers touch. Keep twisting through the arms, lifting the elbows, shoulders draw down. One more big inhale here. As you exhale, rotate toward the right so that left shoulder comes forward. Pause here for an inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, unwind the arms, reach them up. And exhale, hands come forward. Wiggle those toes out. Give them a little shake. And then go ahead and come back down onto the heels. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands behind the back. Interlink those fingers. Inhale, rolls the shoulders back. Lift the chest, maybe the chin. Exhale here. Take one more big inhale. Draw the lower belly in. And exhale. Inhale, release the arms. Head comes to neutral. And exhale, roll forward. Swing those feet to one side. Hips come back. Go ahead and lay down onto your back. As you lay onto your back, maybe using your strap, taking your ponytail, if it's in the way, moving it out, sitting up nice, or laying down, taking the right leg, drawing it in, strap goes around the ball of the foot, pressing that foot up, and then just kind of check in here. Lengthen the tailbone, engage the quad, engage the hamstrings, and then just relax the right shoulder. Strap is in just the right hand. Notice how that feels for your hamstring. Maybe you're feeling it. If you want to go a little deeper, straighten that left leg. As you straighten the left leg, keep it active. Keep dropping that left hip into the ground. Keep drawing the left toes back. And breathe. Full breath. So you're pressing the ball of foot into the strap as you're pressing the hamstring away and then drawing that toe, those right toes, back towards your head. Breathing. And then one of my favorite stretches, you're going to take the strap into your left hand. Take your right thumb, press it into your right hip crease. Press that right hip down and away. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. And then bring that right leg just slightly across your body. Just so maybe your heel hovers over your left hip. So you're going to feel that great stretch in your outer hip here. Keep rolling that right hip down so you're really lengthening your right side waist. Relax the shoulders. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, brings that leg back to center. Exhale, bend the knee. Switching sides. Take the left leg. Placing the strap around the ball of the foot so you can press into the strap. Relax the shoulders. And then just lengthen the tailbone down. See how this feels. Hamstrings engaged, quadriceps engaged. Pushing the ball of the foot into the strap. Shoulders relaxed. If you're feeling okay here, maybe right leg straightens. If that right leg straightens, nice and strong, press through the heel, press that right hip to the ground. Again, relax through the shoulders, pressing the hamstring away as you start drawing those toes toward your head. One more big inhale. And exhale. Inhale takes the strap to the right hand. Exhale, that left thumb presses into the left hip. So press it and roll it down. Lengthen the tailbone, lengthen the left sideways, and then slowly start to bring that left leg across your body so it hovers over your right hip only. Both legs super active. So it's a little stretched, but it goes a long way into that outer hip. Keep lengthening that sit bone down. Press down through that left hip. One more big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, brings that leg back up. And then exhale, release the strap. Hug the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze, rock a little bit from side to side. Coming into a twist with two legs. So go ahead and place the soles of the feet on the ground. Shift your hips toward the right. So you're mostly on that left hip. Arms come out like a cactus by your side. And then draw both knees up to your chest. Hugging them in, drop them over to the left. Keep squeezing the knees together. Ankles can come apart. Keep drawing that right shoulder down toward the floor. Left hand can press on top of the right thigh. Pull the lower belly and drop the tailbone. Roll the right shoulder back. If it's okay for your neck, look over your right shoulder. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale brings the head back to center. Exhale here. Engage through the core. Inhale, draw the knees back up. Exhale, soles of the feet to the ground. Taking those hips, bring them back to neutral, and then shift them over to the left slightly. So you're on that right hip. Inhale, draw those knees in toward the chest, and then exhale, draw the knees toward the right. Letting the knees squeeze together, ankles can come apart, and then maybe that right hand presses on the top leg. If you're okay, look over that left shoulder. Nice full breaths. Pull in through the lower belly, lengthen the tailbone down. Let the twist come from the mid to upper back. Trying to stay out of the lower back. One more big inhale. Exhale. Engage the core. Inhale, draws those knees up. And as you exhale, place the feet on the floor. Inhale, hips come back to center. And as you exhale, draw those knees into the chest, giving them a little squeeze. And then making the knees nice and wide, flex the feet up to the ceiling, reaching up for those heels, drawing those knees down, coming into happy baby. Lengthen the tailbone, relax the shoulders, flex through the feet, and then maybe rocking a little bit from side to side. Releasing through the mid, lower back. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach up through those legs, give them a little shake. And then slowly bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Let the hands come to the belly. Let the knees knock in. Feet are apart distance of your mat. Take a breath here. And then exhale fully. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Pause at the top. And then side out the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale, draw as much air as you can in. Fill it up. Hold it in. And sigh it out. One final time. Inhale, fill it up. Fill the belly, the chest, all the way to the collarbones. Hold it a little longer. And sigh it out. Let your breathing come back to normal. And then as you're ready, either coming up to a seated position to finish, or coming into Shavasana, allowing the knees to come up, allowing the arms to lay by the side, and then extending your legs out one at a time. Having your feet drop out toward the edges of your mat, lengthening your tailbone down. Pressing into the elbows, tuck those shoulder blades under slightly. Let the chin slightly lift. And allow yourself to surrender, just relaxing mentally and physically here for a couple moments. Allowing your next breath to come in a little deeper. If you have time, staying here for a few more minutes, just letting this video play out. Otherwise, bring some movement into the fingers and toes. On your next inhale, reach your arms back behind your head. Slide your feet together. Give yourself a long stretch here. And then on your next breath, slowly bend the knees. Drawing the knees into the chest. Allow those arms to wrap around the knees for one final hug. And then when you're ready, using your arm as a pillow, roll all the way over to your favorite side. Pause here for a moment. Checking in, scan over the body, checking in with the mind. Just acknowledging the little shifts and changes that may have occurred during the practice. And when you're ready, mindfully press yourself up, coming all the way back to a comfortable seat. Once you've found that comfortable seat, allow the eyes to close, hands to the heart center. Bring yourself into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Connecting with your breath. Noticing those hips and those hamstrings, if they feel a little better after this practice. We'll seal that practice in with one Om. Take a nice deep inhale. Bowing your head slightly. While you're here, think of one thing in your life that you truly are grateful for. And ask yourself if there's any way you could make that better in your life. See that happening in your mind's eye as you raise your head with a smile. Namaste. And remember, drink lots of water, eat your veggies, and wear sunblock. See you next time.